So I just wanted to check out my first video. If there's been any comments, look over to the suggestions. All it shows are horse mating related videos. I didn't mean it began with a horse, meant some weird sex thing. It was just my first videos about a horse. Time for watch.
In December 1844, Dr. Heinrich Hoffmann, a Frankfurt doctor, couldn't find a suitable book to give his 3-year-old son as a present. Instead, he bought a blank exercise book and set out to write and draw what was to become his world-famous book. Hoffmann filled his book with dazzling and gruesome stories that have delighted generations ever since. Does that sound like fun? Good, because I'm going to read it to you for the next few weeks. The book I'm going to read to you is called Struwwelpeter. It looks like the weirdest book you could ever pick up in a bookshop. I didn't really even get this in a bookshop. It was sort of a second-hand bookshop. So that's always encouraging when you're buying a book. Somebody has read this, rejected it, put it in a bookshop, and waiting for some poor soul to pick it up, and that's me. You can just tell by the book cover. I mean, look at that. That is just freaky. That's like Edward Scissorhands in the 70s. I think it was set in the 70s though, wasn't it? Did they have any afros in Edward Scissorhands? I can't remember seeing an afro in Edward Scissorhands, but it was set in... Or was it set in the 90s? Or 70s? 80s? I like how they don't have a lot of confidence in this book. They've put Struwwelpeter, or Pretty Stories and Funny Pictures. So it's sort of like, you don't have to really read it, you can just look at the pictures if you want. First story, the story of cruel Frederick. I'll show you the pictures afterwards. Here is cruel Frederick, see? A horrid, wicked boy was he. Oh, so they only put the C in to make it rhyme with he. That's a bit lazy. They probably thought, I know, what rhymes with Frederick? Nothing really we can put in a children's book. Here is cruel Frederick, see? A horrid, wicked boy was he. He caught the flies, poor little things, and then tore off their tiny wings. He'd kill the birds and broke the chairs. He threw the kittens down the stairs. And oh, far worse than all beside, he whipped his Mary till she cried. That what? He whipped his Mary because there's a girl here. Look, I'll show you the pictures now. The story's been read. Can you see that? I'm guessing that's Mary, and he's holding a whip. Who gives their child a whip to play with? And look, there's him breaking the chairs. There, you can't really see that, but he's got oh, there's the fly, and there's the wing. There's dead poultry at his feet, and he's holding a chair. He's quite a strong lad if he can lift a chair up by his head. He does sound cruel, doesn't he? And the worst one, oh, I didn't even see this one. Look, there's a cat with a brick on him. That is cruel. I know he threw them down the stairs, but it didn't say he then beat them to death with a rock. Nasty, nasty, nasty boy. The trough was full, and faithful Tray, I'm just going to tell you, Tray is the name of the dog in this, came out to drink one sultry day. He wagged his tail and wet his lip, then cruel Fred snatched up a whip, and whipped poor Tray till he was sore, and kicked and whipped him more and more. At this, good Tray grew very red, and growled and bit him till he bled. It's a bit graphic. Then you should only have been by to see how Fred did scream and cry. I'm guessing this, there's the picture. I'm guessing this is sort of a eye for an eye type thing. There's the dog called Tray. Stupid name for a dog. Wait, is he? Yeah, and he takes his whip away. Smart dog. Take the whip away from the child. So Frederick had to go to bed. His leg was very sore and red. The doctor came and shook his head and made a very great to-do and gave him nasty physic too. But good dog Tray is happy now. He has no time to say bow wow. He seats himself in Frederick's chair and laughs to see the nice things there. The soup he swallows sup by sup, and eats the pies and puddings up. Poor Frederick, he got what he deserved. He's in bed now. And the dog, Tray, is eating all his food. You don't actually hear about any parents in this. You just hear about Mary. Who is Mary? I know she's a poor girl who gets whipped, but what, is she his nanny or something? They don't really put a lot of context in this. Didn't even see this. Look, the dog keeps the whip at the back of the chair. He's the new Frederick now. He will whip you if he doesn't get his own way. It's his protection. So we thought the dog was taking the whip away, saying, do away with that. Nobody should have a whip. No. He's like, I'll take it for myself. no one's gonna bother me. Maybe that's how he got the food. Maybe they just thought of going, okay dog, you shouldn't have really bit him, but we'll let you off because he was cruel. And the dog just gets out his whip. Whoosh! No, I want his food. Put it down on the plate and walk away. Is that wine? I'm not going to show you the thing again, but I think he's got wine as well in a green bottle. Bit of an alcoholic dog. Moral of the story. I think there's always morals to these because they're cautionary tales for kids. Don't be mean, because one day somebody won't take it and bite you. Also, don't carry whips. And don't throw bloody cats down the stairs, you mean kid. I've never hated a child before, but I would really not like to be around this kid. Thanks for watching. Don't do that, you look like an idiot. You're not Doctor Who, for Pete's sake. Feel free to check out my last video. I'm going to play a bit of audio for you now, so I'm just going to read my St. John's Ambulance cover thing while you listen to that. Have fun. A YouTube video? What? No, there's a dolphin in the harbour. You trying to trick me? Everyone's like going to see it. Where have you been, man? Sorry, I've just got to show you this. Mary. What are the odds? Because it's an ambulance cover thing, and her name was Mary because she got whipped. Poor Mary. See what you do, Frederick!